Hi Flosstube, it's Lori McClary. Welcome to the 14th day of Vlogmas. Today I spent working on my granddaughter's dress. Again, it's finished. The petticoats are going to take me a longer than I thought, so I may go ahead and send the dress off. I will insert some pictures here. Again, it doesn't look a whole lot different. It was just a lot of finishing work. The hooks and eyes and the buttons are on. You can kind of see it there in the background. And I'm gonna send it along with more hooks and eyes and the thread I used and things like that so that my granddaughter can adjust it on her end. It's kind of hard to make things like that are fitted when you don't have, I've got an ornery kitty here, when you don't have the person in the house to do the fitting. She may have to move them up or down or side to side or something like that. So keeping my fingers crossed according to her measurements. You know, everybody's different, so things fit differently. And then I'll keep plugging away on her petticoats. She may end up getting them for her birthday instead of Christmas. So I worked on that. I did a little bit of stitching, or rather unstitching. I was working on the little small from Not Forgotten Farm and realized I was 4 stitches over on part of the motif. So this morning I spent unstitching it and I'm almost completely back to where I was. I don't mind unstitching that much. I would rather have a good end product that I like versus kind of, you know, plunging ahead and trying to make do. Now, that's not to say that I don't do that. I actually do that a lot. If I'm off half a stitch or 1 stitch and it's not going to make a difference, I keep moving forward as Jean Lee tells us to do. But this one, it really was not going to work out. So I just, you know, I relax, pour myself a cup of tea and take the stitches out, watch a little Flosstube, and get back to where I was. So that's what I worked on today. I thought I'd share a couple things with you. One of them is we have a group locally here, and I know that there's similar groups across the United States, and it's a Facebook group, and it was called Buy Nothing. In fact, if you go on to your local Facebook, and you can probably find a Buy Nothing group in your area. And the premise is that if you have something that you no longer need, you post it on this Facebook group, and if someone is interested, then you know you arrange to drop it off, or they arrange to come do like a porch pickup or whatever. And there's a couple of reasons that they have this group. One of them is to meet your neighbors, you know, neighbors in a close proximity. So ours is just the local sisters area. The other is that things don't end up in a landfill. You're not throwing them away. You're actually improving your neighborhood that you live in, or your community that you live in, so that if you have something you don't need and maybe somebody else needs it, then you can give it. So there's no bartering, there's no selling, it's gifting. They also have something they call Wish Wednesday. So if you need something, big or small, doesn't matter, you just put the wish out there. And if somebody can fulfill that wish, then they do it. And it's really kind of a great community. I've seen some pretty spectacular things exchange hands in this group, and I've been the recipient of some pretty nice things. Today, I picked up, someone had posted a lot of little Christmas frames that they were not using anymore. And I saw those and it's like, oh, those are going to be great for smalls. So I'm going to share with you what I picked up today. These I really, really like. And they are 2-sided. And I can see it has the price tag on it of what was originally paid. They open, but don't you think that those will make spectacular little frames for a small? So there's 3 of these that I picked up, and they have glass in them, which you could take out if you didn't want it. This tiny little frame. Every single one of these is perfect for a small. This frame, oops, the little back's coming off that frame. So that one's like 2.5, 3 inches. The other ones are maybe like 2 by 2.5. Then there's 3 of these, and they are a darling. So I can see making smalls and giving them as gifts, or making smalls and hanging them on the tree. Here's the third one. And these even have cute little tags on them, little metal tags that are darling. And then there was one more. It's still in a box. Let me take it out of the box. I'm not gonna, well, let's see, can I take it all the way out of the package? It's sealed, I'm not gonna bother opening it, but there's kind of a gold colored one. And then one that's a little bit bigger. What does this one say? 3.5 by 3.5 inches. Won't that be beautiful for a small? So I like to pick up frames. I do shop a lot at Habitat for Humanity for frames, but this is even better. So the lady was needing to find them a new home, and they found a new home with me. The other thing that she had posted that I said I would be interested in, and that's the way it works. They'll post it and people will say, well, I'm interested and I'm interested and I'm interested. And then if there's several people interested, they will choose who they want to gift it to. And then, you know, you contact them and they contact you, and you exchange whatever it is. But this, she also had this. And I thought this was fantastic. I'm probably gonna put it in the prim room. I think it's a great little piece of decor for Christmas. So I was really thrilled with that. That was a good exchange with my neighbors. So I just wanted to make you aware of that community. I think the people who started it actually have created an app for it. My local chapter has decided not to stay with the larger community with the app. So we just kept our small Facebook group, and I don't remember how many members there are. I think close to 1,000 in the local area, but it's a really great thing. So like I had some old shelving out of my garage, and my neighbor down the street, who I hadn't met yet, is the one who asked for it. And there was a table that I now have in my studio. It's an old oak clawfoot table that somebody just didn't have room for anymore, and that I became the recipient of that. And sometimes we pass things around. There's a lot of things like strollers and baby clothes and car seats and things like that, where maybe a child has outgrown, you know, a size, and they say, you know, I have a big bunch of, you know, toddler 2 girls. Is anybody interested? So it's really helpful for young families. You know, it's just one more thing that you can go to if you're looking for things like that. Okay. The other thing I wanted to talk about today, so we can stay in the Christmas spirit, I mentioned a couple of these the other day when I talked about having to have the right music for cookies. So I thought we would talk a little bit about holiday music. The ones that I showed, these are an old Time Life. I'm sure a lot of you remember Time Life. And I listened to this set. It's a 3 CD set. Probably has 30 to 36 songs on it. I listened to this one a lot. This one's also a favorite. It just has a really great collection of older carols, standard carols. This is probably my very favorite collection of music, and this is volume 2 of a holiday songbook, and I don't remember who produced this. Do I have my glasses with me? I do not have. Oh, here they are. Need my glasses to find my glasses. There's a lot of classical music on this, so Handel's Messiah is on this. The Four Seasons by Vivaldi is on this. That's a favorite. Some of it's classical carols, adult instrumental, brass and choir, and orchestra pop music. So there's 4 CDs. I love this set. I've not looked at any of the other sets, so if this is volume 2, I'm assuming there's a volume 1. This is a really good one. And of course, you have to have the classic. This is a 5-pack CD set of Bing. You have to have some Bing. And this is a great one, and it has so many things that I did not know that he sang on it. But there's over 55 songs, so this is a good one. And then right up there with Bing, you have to have Nat King Cole. I love Nat King Cole. This is a beautiful CD, and the very first Christmas album that I remember listening to, my mom, I think she still has it. It was an album that was, I think you got it at, well, it must have been a tire store because Firestone produced it. And a Nat King, well, actually there was 2 Nat King Cole songs on it, and we played that album over and over and over again. I'm not even sure that it's not scratched beyond listening to. My mom still has a turntable and she still has her albums, but that's where I fell in love with Nat King Cole at a very young age. And of course I have to have his music. I don't know if he has more than this. This is like the top collection. This is another collection. This one came through Reader's Digest, and it's Christmas throughout the years. So it has some of the older songs and a few more contemporary being a loose term. It was produced in 1984. So that's a great one. For me also, I can't do Christmas without Tchaikovsky's The Nutcracker. So here is a rendition of The Nutcracker, the entire suite of music. I'm also a Celtic music fan, so I have a couple. This is only one. I have another one that's on my iPod. I have an iPod, still old school now. It was state of the art when I got it. But I have a couple of CDs of Celtic Christmas music, which I really enjoy. And just a couple others. Ones that I don't have right here in front of me that I wanted to share that I think are really good Christmas albums of newer singers. Again, contemporary being a loose term. One is Sarah McLachlan's A Winter Song. I think that's what it's called. Let me look on my iPod here. Yeah, Winter Song. That is a really, really good CD of Christmas music. And the other one that I really, really like is Jules. She had a Christmas album that came out 10, 12 years ago, and she sings some duets in that with her mother, and they have a really good harmony. So those are some great Christmas music. As far as my favorite, when I was very small, my favorite was The Little Drummer Boy, and that was on that album that I was telling you about. But really, for most of my life, my very favorite Christmas carol is Carol of the Bells. And I love every version. I have several versions on my playlist. I listen to all of them. I love it. And I really, really do enjoy listening to Christmas music. It's like the movies. It's one of those things where I have a hard time not starting to play it like at the beginning of November, but I try to hold off. And it gets put away right after Christmas. Sometimes I'm kind of done with it before Christmas, but I like listening to the music all season long. I'm not sure how it works in your area, but in my area, I think it's iHeartRadio will play Christmas carols all season long. So you can usually find a Christmas carol radio station on your radio dial as well. So I hope that you liked that little presentation of Christmas music, and of course I'm going to ask you a question. Tell me what your Christmas carol is, your favorite carol, or your favorite music that you like to listen to during the holiday season. It doesn't have to be Christmas. We have more than one holiday going on in here. So tell me your favorite Christmas. Tell me your favorite artist. What's your favorite song? Is it an old one like Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree by Brenda Lee, or is it something newer? Do you like the hip hop? Do you like classical? Do you like Celtic? What is it do you like? What's your favorite one? And point me to something that I can go try out so I can add to my collection. So I hope you liked today's video. I'm going to insert a little clip after this of tonight's sunset. It was amazing. It's very cold here right now, and it still has some of the damp from the rain that we had recently. So we have cold and we have fog. We don't have any snow yet, but it was a really, really pretty sunset where part of the sky was clear and part of it was cloudy and the sun hit the clouds just right. So I'm going to insert a clip, and the mountain that you're seeing, the one that you see in a lot of my pictures, the one that has the clear shot of the mountain, that is called Broken Top. So I sit kind of in the center of a circle of mountains, and to that direction of me is Mount Bachelor, which is a very well-known ski mountain, and then there's Broken Top, and then South Sister, Middle Sister, North Sister, Mount Washington, Mount Jefferson, Three-Fingered Jack, Mount Hood, and then there's other peaks further that way. And then there's a lot of cinder cones. There's a lot of really big cinder cones, like we have Black Butte and some other buttes. And then that direction is Smith Rock. If you're not familiar with Smith Rock, look it up on Google, and it's a beautiful, and the Painted Hills are that direction. So I kind of live in a circle of volcanoes, but that's okay. Oh, and then we have the Newberry Caldera, which is that direction as well, which is an underground volcano. So a little bit of geography, and I hope you liked that, and I will see you again tomorrow. My son is coming home tomorrow. I'm very excited, and tomorrow I'm gonna probably work on a few other things. I may have to go get more fabric for the petticoats. I'm not sure, or I might just find a different pattern, but hope to see you soon. Take care, happy holidays, and see you tomorrow.